Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Wildermyth, where we are in maybe a little bit more of a spot than I thought. My plan with dealing with the second incursion was just to do the same thing we did in the last chapter, end the chapter before the second incursion could get to the place that it's going. Unfortunately, it's going to reach Starkrow Pines in one day, and it doesn't tell us how long it will take after that for it to move one more tile, but I think based on what we've seen before, it's reasonable to assume that this is going to be like 20 days or fewer, probably. I don't actually know that we do have time to push forward, scout, and then scout again, right? Like, obviously we wouldn't build, but 30 days travel time is that's probably already enough time for them to get to Clover Roast. Now, unfortunately, us getting back to Clover Roast is also a problem. So we have to make a decision here about long-term strategy, I think. It is tricky to stick around for too long, because obviously we are potentially, and especially if we spend 50 days walking home, we're going to spend 50 days walking back to the front. And there's going to be more incursions by the time we do that. And like, how many more calamities can we bear? It's really hard to know. And like, right now we're doing fine. The battles have mostly been extremely handleable so far, but we are routinely having one character almost die. And like, how many more cards does it take for that to turn into us being unable to save them, right? So, as much as I hate to do this, I think we are just going to push forward, and we're going to hope that Clover Roast can hold, and it's probably not going to, and we're probably going to lose those resources. But like, I don't think going back is a real plan. I did set down a carve a pass task just to see, although I knew it was not going to be viable, and sure enough, it is not viable. Super weird UI on this. Like, you click on the pass, and then you click on a button to say, hey, let's carve a pass, and then you click, and then they show you a screen that's like, do you really want to carve a pass, or do we cancel this? And then if you click, I really want to carve a pass, then it just takes you to this screen where you again have to click, I really want to carve a pass, or no thank you. And it's just like, you could eliminate almost all of those button presses and screens. Just a lot of extra UI work for absolutely no reason. So I think my point is, where I'm going with all this is, I think we just push forward. The incursion timer is to some degree based on the number of infested tiles. Because we're doing all right and we are earning XP, even if the battles are getting more difficult, maybe it's okay because we're getting stronger as well. Maybe it would be better to just take this time to secure things. Maybe we're doing okay. Yenfir is pretty close to another level up already. See, now I'm having doubts. We have a save at this point, so we can come back to this point and make the other decision if we want to. I have no idea what happens when the incursion destroys a place. Does it stop, or does it continue on? You know what? Let's go back and see. Let's go back and see if we can handle it. Because like, the better long-term play is for sure to remain in this chapter and keep working. And just keep leveling up. It's a shame that traveling through friendly territory is still 1/4 movement speed. The nightmare sucks. I don't like the nightmare. The rest of this stuff is not so bad. Double Seekers is annoying, but it's pretty much just annoying. It's going to be 100 days until the next Calamity, which is to say that we are going to get it for sure before we even have the chance to end the chapter. I'm going to cancel that one too, I think. So right, they're going to get there. They're going to pillage it. Oh, do we arrive before they finish destroying it? We did, just barely. The incursion size has been weakened. Okay, so it would destroy this site and move on to destroy another site. All right, let's have at him. I don't know. I don't know if that was a good long-term play, but I really do feel like if we can stand it, we should stay here and fight. All right, so Yanfir didn't heal at all over the course of all that travel, which is a shame. Flanking attacks are good. It is kind of wild, though. Like, I understand this map being the way that you defend against an incursion that arrives after you are already in place. But when you ride in on an incursion, you should be attacking from outside. Like, right, we are approaching the battle over the settlement, so that everything should be to one side of us. I don't know how we managed to get into the middle of everything without them noticing. So I mean, I'm inclined to just go out the way that's already open rather than opening more doors. Seems very strategically not good. The terminology we use for that in the strategy space is not very good or smart. At the moment, I don't even know what the monsters will do if they can't see any of us, frankly. Like, they just kind of mill around, right? Gosh, I wish our characters were a little faster. All right, I'm going to throw Yanfir all the way out there, even though she is on low health, because, you know, the Gray Plane. The Gray Plane will protect us. I've decided. All right, they are all headed toward the door, so clearly they know where we are, regardless of the Gray Plane. But we do at least have the ability to do some real damage here. So I'm debating this move into a Zealous Leap to melee attack the Bard, because I think opening up that Bard is going to be like very high value, right? Seekers are dangerous in theory. A lot of the time they just do Dream Trap, though. And they're a lot easier for other people to kill. That said, if we did kill the Seeker first, I bet Galadglin could just walk to this space if there wasn't an enemy in it. We have to be really careful, though, with the Dweaver right there. Yeah, that's a tricky one, actually. So nothing around here is made of stone at all. That's a tree branch. Aha! It is a tree grown around a big rock. So I could stone infusion that. Unfortunately, we probably can't. I probably can't get a discus crit. I think we're going to push this way first. I'm going to have her interfuse with this. And then I think we're going to discus this guy in the back. Now, the next attack has to be 90 degrees off of that for it to be a flank, right? If I'm allowed to Zealous Leap to here, then we've got it, but this won't cut it. I can't imagine that they're going to let me Zealous Leap to that location. Just like through that guy. No, they totally will. Okay, well, that's awesome. All right, and then he's in position where the Seekers can try to focus on him, and yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. I do think it's probably just not safe to reveal Yanfir. Although Yanfir probably like steps back and sets up an ambush over here. Or, sorry, Linvir. Yanfir's move may also be to just back up indoors. If I reveal her over here, she's probably okay. She can hit that Seeker fairly hard. In fact, I mean, the real move would be to run up and Great Spear him, right? Like, yeah, it does way more damage. But that requires somebody else to also hit it. So maybe that's the move. Maybe it's just both the archers back up this way. Cherry is the one who is most exposed to the Dweaver. Sinetta and the two farmers stay inside for the moment. It's not awful, honestly. And you have 6 health left. So yeah, it's still wisest, I think, to do this with the spear. And I think I'm going to do it from right here. I'm just trying to limit the odds that the Seeker will have access to us. We want the Seeker's only real play to be going after Galadglin. And then, yeah, you get close to combat, but we know they're going to come around. Like, I want to put her in a position where she's going to be able to like wake up heroism and just fire 4 chain lightnings. So I really don't want her to have to move next turn. You're probably fine. I honestly have no idea what I want to do with Minnie here. Do it. Do it. Just attack him. Yeah. Hooray. Okay, that's not too bad for a reinforcement wave. Are there more? Yeah, there's going to be another wave. All right, pretty standard stuff. So, didn't work out. They did not move in a way that allows me to just hit them due to overwhelming cowardice. Well, I probably just have Galadglin backslam and kill, right? Like, he doesn't need any help over here. I think I'm going to move him up a little bit just to block a little bit better. But yeah, this should be... Oh, all right. Well, somebody's got to help. We can probably make that work. Let's have you... We just run down here and we interfuse with this other big rock, right? And then she should be able to melee attack him, I think. From here? Yeah. With her reasonable spear. Her extremely fine and acceptable spear. Yeah, I think I like it. All right. Toughen up even more. Get all of the vision. Yeah, she actually does like an extremely real amount of damage now. This is a fine time for you to start participating. You technically are allowed to shoot now. I think I'd much rather have you ambush, though. Can I get you to fire? Oh, sorry. There we go. I was going to say, her bow is a different range, but no, her spear is a different range. All right, good start, good start. The enemies spawning in right here is maybe I should have been more careful with Yanfir. I'm hoping that they can't attack the turn they spawn in, but I guess I don't have any reason to think that's the case. Sinetta, come over here. Your big turn may be just about to arrive. Ah, that's a shame. Alright, she's plenty tough, though. She's got lots of fake HP. Okay, the last card was a single Seeker, and it did not spawn in over here. So, I mean, I may as well remove the Mind Worm. That thing has 5 base armor now. Well, I mean, we've got the poison. And, like, aside from that, nothing, right? Okay, this guy's getting a Zealous Leap for sure. Every enemy thinks they're so smart. Just stand one tile out of his range. So I think Linveer probably just sets up an ambush because she can't actually do any damage anyway. And the question is, does Sinetta move up and just... I think she's going to. Let's just pop the heroism and shoot as much chain lightning at this nerd as we can. So yeah, it looks like the armor ignored effect does ignore warding. It just doesn't give any indication that that's the case because it says armor ignored. They should probably fix that text. You know, just make it say defenses instead. Alright, so they all grouped up real close to each other, and for some reason I lost my interfusion on that rock. I guess I got too far away. But that actually works out just fine. Do I just want to throw up a quick Splinter Blast? Like, I could just kill the Dweaver. Well, no, I cannot. I cannot just kill the Dweaver, but I can get real close. And then Linveer can just kill the Dweaver, and these guys don't really need to have their defenses lowered. Alright, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to run around to here. Let's at least prep the damage. Can I just stab you from here? No, spear's not quite that long. Because the thing is, Quelling Moss actually doesn't end my turn, which is the thing I just noticed. So it's a shame I can't throw it to a place where it will affect that Seeker. But yeah, that's kind of wild that that's not turn ending. So then all I actually need is somebody to do a single point of damage, and that guy's dead now. And now we can shoot this guy instead. Although, maybe not actually, given the the angle of approach here. But she can set it up at least. Oh, she got there. Also, multiple instances of the poison appear to stack, which is pretty wild. Huh. I am surprised that this is not a flanking shot on that Seeker. Maybe the Quelling Moss doesn't count as an attack, and as such does not. That'll probably set it up, right? There we go. Okay, so you're dead to poison damage. We don't know for sure that there are any enemies on this side of the map. So Gladlin's going to run around for a sick flanking maneuver. And I guess I don't really have... Everybody else is done. I mean, just stay inside. Let's just not even put you in danger. Yeah, Yanfir has already really come into her own. Okay, that one chooses to do nothing with its turn, which I do really appreciate. So, let's just detonate that, let's detonate that thing's cover at it. And then hopefully the archers can get the job done from here. I mean, somebody does actually have to kill this thing. Remove her stasis, please. Fire chicken. That's a really unfortunate block. And this thing does actually have a lot of health. Alright, kick open the door. Sadly, that's where your usefulness ends, friend. You're gonna run out here and offer yourself up as a target. I was really hoping not to have to use too many people on this Seeker, but I am now concerned that it is in fact going to consume the turns of everybody over here. Yeah, it's still not actually dead. Well, you can't move and attack, so you may as well not move. Yep, unfortunately. Alright, well, what we will do is heroism. That's lethal. Is dead to either the fire or the poison, and certainly to both of them. And then the question is, do I just back up and... I think what I'm going to do here is back up and lay an ambush around the thing that's going to teleport to. There we go. I think that was better than just taking the shot. No, I remembered... I was misremembering which of our archers was upgraded. So, I think at this point we take the ambush upgrade. There are times when that's actually really nice. And then Seeker 2 finally got through. They had to force it through in an uncancelable way. Okay, so we are absolutely getting another Calamity. We're getting another incursion as well, and there's not really a ton that can be done about it. I mean, we got to clear... Now that we've fallen back all this way, we may as well just clear the infestation from this side of the map. And we're just gonna take some, calamities. That's just gonna happen. Hopefully we make good use of all of this time leveling things up. Oh, Cherry's discovered something. Yes, I would like I clicked the opportunity button because I would like the opportunity, please. This game's UI. There we go. Reading is an escape for some. For Cherry, it represents other lives she can freely live. That's the same thing. That is the escape. There's no need to deny her heart. The deeds and figures and stories have always been her guiding light. The resinous candlelight sticks to her cheeks. Digging up this library walled away inside a ruin, there was no question where she would spend the winter. Unfortunately, she's fallen into a rut of reading she can't climb out of. It's like she says more of the same, and we're supposed to take from these two things together that she's displeased, but she's still kind of like enjoying it, clearly. There we go, that's the right face. There's those piercing green eyes again. And, of course, her coy smile. Always her auburn hair, her piercing green eyes. Hey, Cherry, you'll want to see this. Another grizzled veteran showed up? Seriously? It's a whole library full of the same romance novel over and over again. For once, can we have a veteran that's not grizzled? Oh, Gladglin. I was reading. You didn't mutter a curse when you lost our card game, but look how mad a book gets you. It all just sounds the same. How can I keep reading the same words over and over again and not go crazy? Cherry reshelves the offending novel. Maybe stop reading? Well, what do you suggest? I stop She's not listening. She's not paying attention to him at all. That would work better if that had been a single panel and less like it had implied that they said it at the same time or something. But because of the fact that it was sequential, it's... Anyway, I was nosing around in here the other day, and look what I found. we don't have animation budget. He just kind of like projects this book out of his chest. Saving the little book from a damaging fall, she glares at Gladglin, then opens to the marked page. The Library of Light? A map to the... No, it's fake. It must be. Even I know it's just a story. Think about it. It's been among these sealed shelves. Who walled it in here, and what did they know? I mean, we should check that out, obviously. So, if we're only taking 3 people to this... Linvier just leveled up. I think I want to take Yenfir in the 3rd slot. She needs the XP more, and also as a source of damage, like as an individual source of damage, I think she's already better. Oh boy, that's like really far away, actually. And we're about to get an incursion. This is actually like kind of a profoundly awful moment for this. Also, everything in the entire world became infested. Yeah, no, we're gonna wait on that, actually. We'll do it, but we have to deal with this incursion first. Is it just the one? It is just the one. Okay. Let's go ahead and scout. Oh no, it is 2 incursions. One of them's just directly on top of my face. Let's not with the double Thrixels. This is like extremely whatever. So I think we'll hold on to our other 2 legacy points. The Scoriers don't really get to attack all that often, so I'm not too worried about that. Finish scouting. And let's crunch up this... Wait, can I not attack the incursion? Okay, I have to click on them. We should go after them first, right? We're all in good health now, so... Take the easier fight afterward. They don't seem to know we're here, so let's do a plan. I do like a fire. But I feel like the thing I always do is we try to divide them into 2 groups and then chew them up one by one, so... Alright. Armor and warding. Given the way the damage model in this game works, a point of armor and warding on everybody is like one of the best things you can possibly get. That's just a huge number of enemies. Like a really cartoonishly huge number of enemies. There's a leaf spirit, and that leaf spirit is gonna go live in the corner by itself. That's how that's gonna play out. We certainly cannot afford to chase it. God, this is bad. I mean, a Splinter Blast is cool here and everything, but we are definitely in first turn heroism, like full-on damage Nova mode. We need to get some things done. So, the right play is probably... Ooh, actually, that complicates things. That rock only having 2 health is very bad. I was going to say the right play is probably discus off of this rock to set the initial attack direction back here and then get a billion flanking attacks, but... See, if I move up to here, I can't get that rock. I could get that tree, though. We could Splinter Blast from back here. That probably has to be the move. All right, come on. Yeah, no, I know. I know they had to be over there somewhere. Ooh, that sucks. I was really relying on being able to cast that in the middle and just kind of box up a bunch of them. Well, I do think this is probably right, though. We gotta hit the Dweavers, but we also have to get a lot of damage on these Seekers. The Dweavers are more dangerous. Yeah, probably we go after the 2 Dweavers. Where is Galadglin going to end up? Once again, they've put him in the worst possible position, and they don't allow you to deploy your own units for no reason at all. Are you seriously 1 tile out of range of everything? That's so annoying. Yeah, okay. I guess we just press up. Galadglin can make it to either of these positions. I guess here is as good as anywhere. All right, let's do it. Lots and lots of lightning. Oh, they're all considered to have cover from this tiny rock, despite the fact that the degree of that guy that is covered is literally 0%. So undo? Nope. Okay. Because I hit the heroism button before checking the attack. It won't let me undo the heroism. That's... How tough is this rock? This rock, of course, is infinite health, and we cannot destroy it. So she has to move again. Yeah, really, really hugely annoying. Well, I can run up here and I can shoot some fire out. Okay, that's a pretty good outcome. So I would want to move her to like here before firing then, because we get at least a little bit of an angle on some of these guys. So I guess the only thing that makes sense is just to finish off the one she can actually shoot. Sonetta needs to move to like... I mean, here works. I'd be able to hit that Dweaver. We still have 2 attacks left after that. But this is, obviously, this puts Sonetta in quite a bit of danger. She has more armor and warding than we're used to, so it's not so bad, but it's not good. Okay, so she has an open angle, and it's considered a flanking shot on both of the Dweavers from here. I'm a little surprised by that. But that's really great news. So if I shoot this guy, he'll take 2 poison damage at the beginning of his turn. He probably won't attack us on the first turn. Right, mostly the Thrixel do not attack on their first turn. They spend their first turn doing like mind worm or mind stasis or interfusing things. So maybe this is safe enough. We're gonna try it because we have to. Wait, shouldn't she have had one more action point? She had her enhanced heroism on. So that was move, move, shoot, and she should have been able to attack one more time. I believe we just got robbed. Okay, so... Yeah, that's a real shame, because we cannot afford to lose a an action point in this situation. Alright. So we don't have anybody who can afford to spend a turn removing stasis here. I guess Yennefer is important enough that maybe we have to. But, like, we extremely cannot. I guess it can be Cherry, right? You can do that without... It doesn't end the turn. So... We can interfuse something, then do that, and then... they didn't grab this. They grabbed the nearby rock. They didn't grab this. That's okay. I'll take that. Then we remove stasis. Then we can just discus off of this. We could splinter blast it too, but like the discus is pretty strong. And then Galadglin runs over and chops something, and we'd love for him to get a kill. That sucks. Swap into spear mode. Alright, that allows Linveer to get a kill pretty easily. Yeah, we definitely don't want Galaglid running back for this. But maybe, like, okay, if we... I can Chain Lightning you for 5. No, these two together leave it with 1 health. Oh, but then it does die to the fire. Yeah, actually, that's fine. So then you... back up into the corner. I'm a little worried the back up into the corner is going to let it treat this as cover. It shouldn't, but I think it probably will, given the game's wacky ideas about how cover works. All right, and then what we can do is we can have Galaglin Cone of Fire this thing for a kill if I can path it in such a way that... All right, he's probably going to have to do it from here, I guess. I don't love this, because again, I think it's probably going to get benefit from that as cover, even though that's a very silly idea, but... Well, shit. It's really wanted him to get the untouchable there. Poison's doing a lot of good work, though. Yeah, okay. That's perfectly reasonable and allowable. So... This is very bad. And see, this is another really great example of... This is the same strength as the last incursion we went after, but this one is like dozens of times more difficult at the very least. All right. I think Cherry just has to spend her whole turn removing stasis on people. So I'm going to get you. You definitely need to attack. Yeah, I really want him right there, untouchable. You can engage this thing first, I guess. Get its attention. And then I do think it's best for her to just remove the rest of the stasis. Yenfjord lives in a fire now, which is bad, and we should fix that. That's theirs. This is mine. There's nothing really in the backfield that belongs to them, so probably best for her to get, like, way out here. God, I wish I trusted Engage at all. I'm going to shoot at this thing. I'm going to hope that the Engage actually works. Okay, that's great news. So he re-untouchables. It did, in fact, do the thing that it's supposed to do, which is a lovely change of pace. That's a shame. Okay, now we have to kill all these bards somehow. And it should probably just be you, right? Because you're going to kill it in one hit. Well... Yeah, I can't really do anything about the interfused scenery here. This is actually like extremely awkward, the way things have ended up positioned. His backslam does a truly heroic amount of damage right now, so I think I want to put him in a position where it's not like impossible for the enemies to attack him, because I want them to go at him, obviously. But we also have to, like, this position is kind of weird. They're just going to run around the other side of the rocks. I don't know. There's nowhere that we can put him that this will actually work. We're going to do that. He's going to get untouchable, and they're going to ignore him, and they can do that whichever side I put him on, unfortunately. So backing up and shooting you with the bow. Your bow is whack. It is not a good bow. Let's, I guess it's fine for Yanfir to just be here. All right, cool. That means that now we have to spend 2 people's attacks finishing the job, which sucks. Yeah, that's really bad. Well, actually, we do not have fire chicken. And I really don't want to use Cherry on this. Cherry needs to step forward and bounce some fire into them. So yeah, I guess this is just a terrible waste of people's turns due to this thing being immune to damage. And now we get the crit that would have saved us in action. All right, so yeah, let's just bounce a fire into them and hopefully... let me make sure to... I gotta remember to swap off of my shield when I am doing magic stuff. Dropping the fire on the Dweaver still won't kill it. So we should do this. No. Like, you did not dodge. You're still in the square. I appreciate the bards coming forward, at least. I also appreciate that. This less. This I appreciate less. Oh yeah, the spirit's gone? Gee, what a shame. Well, I mean, we got to get this bard, right? So... it's like... we engage... I guess that... probably this, then. Alright, that's a pretty good opening damage on the bard. You can probably just kill this thing. Yeah, if you hit it, it just dies. So let's give that a try. Okay, cool. Poison's got him. You now have fire chicken. But it's very hard to imagine not running up here and trying again with the fire. Just getting a better outcome somehow. I should probably... how much health is on my rock? Very little. I can grab the good rock and then do a rock shield off of the good rock onto Sinetta. Linvir can just stay far enough away from combat that she shouldn't need it, I think. And then we could just, like, discus into these enemies. Oh, right. Except it won't let me shoot through the Thrusk at the Bard, which does complicate things a little bit. I'm not going to... Splinter Blast can only come through off of that back thing. So yeah, it's not going to be able to reach anything meaningful. All right, hold on. We'll finish our turn in a second. The Discus may just be on this Dweaver then, perhaps? Actually, maybe that should be right now so that we set its angle. Okay, that was pretty good. She gets her water thing. She gets her action back. Which means I can just back you up a step just for super safety. And then we can step over here and I can get a... Where do I have to stand to get a flanking shot on that Bard? It looks like I can't, no matter what. Yeah, that's a shame, but but obviously we shoot the Bard, right? Like that's a very good move. And then Cherry cannot harm that Bard in any way. There's a small chance of a bounce going to it, and if the Discus does bounce to it, we get it. Yeah, I guess we'll bounce through here because this is guaranteed. Okay, it didn't. Well, hopefully it will try to attack Galaglin. Did it bounce her into the fire? It did. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good move. Cowardice. Well, the good news is that thing's like mega dead this turn at least. We're still in it for the moment. So Galaglin needs to run to... Unfortunately, the way the enemies are positioned, and given the short range of his weapons, he's not actually going to be able to backslam this guy and attack anybody else the way they've positioned themselves. That really sucks. And Cone of Fire... Yeah, Cone of Fire can't get the job done. So... Cherry's just not taking... Cherry's just gonna stand in this fire, I guess? Like... Because we could Discus the Bard and that gets the job done. So yeah, I'm just gonna de-mind worm myself. Okay. That's very helpful. So now we run Galaglin up here. He body slams this Thrusk to death. Or he doesn't, and then he also fails to kill it in a single shot, despite the fact that that is how we've been killing Thrusks forever. That's pretty grim. That's a that's a real bad outcome. We're in a lot of actually very deep trouble now. All right, well, she needs to stay away from that tree, which is healthy enough that it's not worth trying to attack it. All right, so we set the direction of the initial attack. We come over here and get the... Nope, that's... Yeah, 90 degrees. I have to come from this side. What am I thinking? Yennefer is in a lot of trouble if we put her up this close to that Thrusk, though. But also, it is the only way to do the thing. So that's what we do. All right, really hoping for a stunt there. But now we can bounce over here and do this, and that's a kill. And now we just hope that they make bad decisions, which is, you know, that's the way sometimes. They're doing it. It's happening. Really, Galaglin, you can't deal with a single one of the many attacks that gets thrown at you that turn? I feel like he's not trying. Well... He's actually going to die if we don't do something fairly serious here. This Thrusk is... We're just going to kill it while it's stridulated, it looks like. I don't think we really have a choice. And yeah, I mean, that's certainly doable. So I'm going to back you up a little bit. Okay. Cherry needs to contribute some big damage over here somehow. So how much health is on this rock? 3. If I use it for anything real, it is dead. I hate this. I hate not knowing which way the thing's going to bounce. Okay, we want to throw it at this guy. So Galadglin... but Galadglin dies if he doesn't get a kill, right? Like he'll get torn apart. Yeah, I think we have to engage this thing and then kill this thing for the untouchable buff. And then Cherry and Linvir have to be responsible for bringing down this Thrusk. And then that Bard can't harm Cherry at all and would have to roll very high to get a kill on Yennefer through cover, which we will just hope is not going to happen. Solid plan. Seems like a real one. You know what? If I rock shield and discus, which was actually my plan, then obviously we're in very bad shape indeed. Does your weapon give you range on this guy? Oh, it does. Okay. So yeah, we will rock shield off of this onto Yennefer for some safety. It's going to hurt my defenses a little bit, but not enough to matter. And then we can have Linvir just drop an ambush directly on top of the Thrusk, right? With the +2 damage. Oh, she's not close enough. Sorry, let me move her one more space. So this way, if it moves to try to do anything at all, there's a pretty good chance she instantly kills it. Okay. That's a much safer plan. Yep, that's just engage, not doing the thing that it does. At least the thing that it's supposed to do. The thing it says it does. All right, let's end this battle right now because we lose if we don't kill him this turn. All right. Somebody should be able to clean... Oh, no, we don't. I'm sorry. Yennefer has another health. So we're not dead, but we're only probably dead if we don't finish things this turn. It is a real shame that guy has 1 HP. That's a problem. We probably want to go back to this, remove the mind worm, and interfuse a fire onto our friend here. Part of me definitely wants to just like discus off of the Bard, but the bounce won't reach. Yeah, we need a fire, and we need it to be from this side. Okay, so now we should definitely remove the mind worm. Removing the mind worm doesn't matter if we just get the kill this turn, though. So let's have Sinetta step up just close enough. Okay, pretty good start. So can I get a reasonable shot on... Yes, here we go. Flank on the Bard. And Yennefer does get the kill on this guy for sure. Okay, that was definitely harder. I guess we're doing crippling strikes because nothing she does counts as melee. That's still pretty good, though. Who needs an extra point of armor? Galadglin This wouldn't put you up to a new whole point of armor, so I assume that this would not add damage to his suplex, but I guess I don't actually know that. You know, Sinetta has to be close to people a lot for her thing to work. I'm gonna give it to Cherry. We'll build up a point of real armor on Cherry. Okay, Thrusks get the Mind Worm. That's not so bad. As far as the kinds of cards that could have come from that could have been a lot worse. So what I want to do is assault this and then run down into the path of the other incursion and then come across here and pursue this opportunity, and we're just going to end up accumulating so much garbage before we have a chance to finish and they're already reclaiming everything, and not attacking things in a systematic fashion really sucks. It's a shame that we don't have time to do that. All right, but we managed to make it this far. We're keeping it together-ish. And I think this is where we're going to call it for the week. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time on Monday, we are going to probably figure out a way to close out this chapter without all of us getting murdered. Maybe. And we'll see you then.